First off, I want to thank the brave men and women who work behind the wall. I want to thank them on a national level because their job goes unrecognized.
How do they try to turn a guard?
Well, correctional officer. Sorry, I apologize. But correctional officer. How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi, host of Tear Talk. You know, I just had a chance to speak at Rutgers. Twice a year, I visit Rutgers and Seton Hall, and I get a chance to speak to the students. And I think it's a tremendous opportunity. I think it's just an honor to be able to talk about this great profession, and you're talking in front of a group of individuals, the students, who are really attentive. They really want to know, and they're asking the right questions. They're very informed. And sometimes I don't know where that comes from. Sometimes I don't know if it's the student who's looking to make an impact on this world and is exploring studies and trying to find what best suits them, where they feel they can have the most potential. Or it could be the professor who now, again, with today's class, has experience in the field. And they're going beyond the book, and they're teaching what could actually be applied. And it's great to see a professor that you used to work with just look at that PowerPoint, and then go right off, and then be able to answer the students' questions because they know the answers. You know, a lot of times we get these teachers that are so afraid to teach off the PowerPoint because they don't have the experience. I used to hate those type of trainers, by the way. But in this case here, you got this person who's teaching the class, Major Louis Soto, Professor Louis Soto now, and he's been on my show before, and he goes above and beyond the PowerPoint because his experience, he knows the answers, and he's not afraid to get the questions. But then going back to the students again, you know, these students, their questions are not simple questions. You could tell that these questions originate from someone who really has an interest in their studies, or maybe just in the field in general. And man, those questions bring out the best of you when you're presenting. Because some of these questions challenge you. Because again, it's a unique perspective. And guys, the questions don't always come from an inmate's perspective. Some questions come from our perspective. These students, they visited a real prison. So their questions are literally legit and logical questions because they've walked the walk. In most cases, they've probably done more than most of the professors that write those books. They took a day out of their life and walked in a prison. And the reason why they're doing it, one, is because the professor wants to show them reality. So that's key. And from the student's perspective, they want to see reality. You know, when I was a student and I was going through school, one of the things that I constantly talked about was I wanted to know what I feel I could impact the most. I didn't want to just study something just to get by. I wanted to have an impact. And when you teach in front of these students, or when you give your speeches or your lectures, whatever you're calling it, this is our future. These are the people that are going to be in the positions to shape laws, to help pass laws that are beneficial, and to be able to have an influence on that. Because you never know. You never know. One of these guys could get a high position. One of these students can secure something, make an effective change. And in the back of their mind, the reason why they're able to make that effective change is because they were in a classroom once where the professor had experience and was able to balance experience with education, and he brought in people with experience. So he showed them reality, and he found a way to balance that with what was provided in the books. And then when class is done, now guys, when class is done, the students, they get to leave. It's done. It's over, guys. Exit out. Not these students. These students are coming right up to me and the professor, and they got more questions. And they want more answers. And just there's not one dumb question. It's just all informed questions. These are individuals that were listening to what you were saying, and they were asking questions based on the information that you were provided. Guys, if you're ever given a chance to speak to students, take that chance. Take it. Because it's going to be a powerful impression on these individuals that are going to change the future. And I think that's another way that we can discuss change. If we can't get it with the current people that are involved, then get them when they're trying to learn, before they've been hit with any form of bias that goes against our profession, that negates the importance of what we do. Get them before they develop that sense of bias. Let them see the truth. And I'm going to tell you something, guys. If you're good to them and they respect you, they'll respect the information that you provide. If you give them answers, don't dismiss the questions, because I'm telling you guys, these are great questions. Show them respect. They'll think about you, and that will help them respect the information that you provided. It will help them make good decisions for us when they're put in positions that have the power to make that change. And guys, as I said before I close off, it's a great day. It's a great day to go and talk about this great profession, to share our experiences, to give people the true notion of what we do, to be next to a professor who has experience, who's talking truth, who's talking reality, and most importantly, to be able to deliver this to a bunch of students who want that information. Thanks for the opportunity, Rutgers. Thanks, Professor Soto. And I hope to do it again real soon. And hopefully some of these students subscribe to my channel. Now, guys, if you haven't, the show Tear Talks for You, please subscribe, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. The bell's going to notify you every time I post a video. Stay safe.